Yo, yo,
Open this
yo.
week.
Welcome, everybody. If you're here, if you don't know already, it's George and Alex. We're going to be running through the weekly chat. So this is the RaddTitan Statue Collectors chat. Longest running chat in the game. Been doing this now for a good few, nearly almost, what is it now? Got to be,
Close to 10
got to be
years. No, no, not 10 years, yeah, but like
very
good 9
close, isn't it?
years.
Very close.
Definitely good 9 years.
Anyway, this is chat 267. And we'll be going through the weekly updates, what's been going on, and obviously filled in your questions and all that sort of business. So we'll be catching up with everyone that's in the chat. So if you are watching, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And if you want to support the channel, then obviously like a super chat goes a long way to doing so. So hope everybody's well and everybody's good on this Sunday night, ready to attack the next week that's coming up.
Yeah, awesome. And what have you been up to this week collecting wise? Have you got anything in? And I know I've got some pictures of your uh, Hudson guy, so we'll keep that one really. We'll touch on it, and then we'll go and yeah, if you've got pre-ordered anything or you've got anything coming in, or
No, my orders are still the same. Still, you know, the Tarax, the Vader, the Merman, the Trapjaw at the moment as things stand. Cancelled to Doom. Just after seeing the unboxing video. Not because it's like a terrible piece or nothing. It doesn't look terrible. I just thought it was just an okay piece, and I was just a bit like, yeah, I don't really want to pay what they're asking for that. I'll just like hang on and wait, and I'll end up picking one up sooner for a lot cheaper. So I passed. Yeah, but I got in Alpha Flight, you know, the Guardian. Some people know him as the Vindicator or Weapon Alpha, leader of Alpha Flight. Got in the custom piece sculpted by Dario Martin. So I was on pictures and things to go over that. So I got that in this week. Other than that, it's been a relatively quiet week. You know, Georgie started first sort of week at nursery. You know, like I said, at school.
sorry,
So
I'll cut off there. I think she joined Netflix on my account or something. It cut me off.
that was it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think it
and then
maxed
I
out my
don't
version.
took Georgie to the zoo. This is his birthday, sort of. You know, soon. I'm gonna like take him to the zoo every year.
Yeah, I saw that picture. It was really cool.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Cool
Yeah, I
and
like
sad all at the same time, but yeah.
that. I'm not sad, but he's growing up, I guess. And, you know, it's sad, I guess, in the way what is going so fast, or
Yeah, just when you've got like children and stuff, you've got a constant reminder of time. It's not
yeah,
like, you know, you turn around and you go like, how long we've been together, and someone goes, oh, 3 years, and you're like, fuck, really? It felt like yesterday. It's not like that. It's not.
yeah,
It's like a constant reminder. Then when you take pictures and things like that, like if you take like a montage thing like we do with him at the zoo every year. No, I didn't think a lot of change between, you know, him being like 3 and him being 4, but
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot's changed. So it's crazy. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah. Definitely, I
all good
definitely
time.
prefer
A
like,
busy week. I had Mike round here today, so he popped over
oh yeah, how's
this
Mike
morning.
doing?
Yeah, he's all right, man. He's all right. He's not really on many social media stuff at the moment. He's finding it all just a little bit too depressing and dark.
Yeah, I don't blame him really.
So he's like he's not on pretty much anything. I think the only thing he's on at the minute is Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he's on Messenger. I know he's on that, and he's on like on WhatsApp, but yeah, other than that, yeah, he's totally off there for
Yeah, he's
sure.
going off
But
the grid, which is good.
I don't blame him. I mean, it's you know, if I didn't work, if my job wasn't in this, and you know, obviously the kind of red time, so I'd be off it much more. You know, there's a lot of negativity and a lot of you know issues on there for sure.
I think that people are a little bit of a slave to their phone. That's all. You know, it's very, very
Yeah,
hard now. Like people just like they're glued to their walking in the street, looking at their phone. It's just very strange. You know, I dropped
yeah,
Georgie
yeah,
at school. It's like as I get him into school, and all the parents are sort of like coming out, all the mums, they're literally just walking with their head buried in their phone, texting. It's like fucking hilarious. It's almost like a conveyor belt. Like I remember,
Well,
I
it's
walked
like,
into
have you
school and
seen?
I counted, I think 12 people, 12 mums in a row.
Yeah,
Just literally one after the other, just all had their head buried in their phones, weren't even looking where they were going.
Have you
Suitable
seen
people.
Wally?
Who?
Wally, the Disney,
No.
the one with the little thing that looks like short circuit.
Nah, I watched it.
No. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's pretty much like that. All the people are like that with social media and everything, and they all go up, destroy the Earth, and go up to space and basically destroying up there as well. But you kind of see them all just on their phones all the time and on their laptops,
Mm.
just ordering everything, getting fat. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. But yeah, it's sad. It is sad, but it seems to be the way it goes. It's like when you're on the train, like in the morning in rush hour, and I think on the tube there's like 30 seats or something like that, and literally like you'll look down, and all the people sitting there'll be at least 28 of them on their phone, head down, and then everyone's standing as well as like that. It's like that, you know. So
Crazy.
yeah, yeah, it's not good at all. Um, I think my week, I haven't really. I mean, again, I haven't got any pre-orders at all. I don't think. Um, no, I've got no pre-orders at all. My
Got a
side.
couple of interesting things behind you, you lying prick.
Well, yeah, not pre-orders though, are they? So I've got which side? There, the XM Studios prototype for Carnage. So we're going to be doing a video of that. Because it's a prototype, obviously there's always issues and small pieces always get broken. So I'm going to have to sit down at some point and glue it, which I had to go get some like epoxy resin just because there was bits of it where it just needed a bit more than just super glue kind of thing. So I had to get some epoxy. I got mixed up and do that. Then there's a one-of-a-kind Ninja Scroll piece, which actually there are 30 of them, but this one's a one-of-a-kind paint scheme with the cell shading. So yeah, going to be doing that, doing the
So you
reviews for
only
those.
one with that cell shading.
There's only
Right.
one with the cell shading. It's actually the artists, the commissioners one. What they're going to do is they want, they send it across to see what we think, and then what they'll do is they'll send across the actual normal version and the next piece in the series. So that way, we can sort of compare it and whatever else. Personally, I think it was quite pointless to send this one over, because if it's one of a kind one, it's nice to have the video, I guess. It's nice to have like our take on it. But I would have totally preferred the one that everyone else gets, just so I can say that this is actually how it is and this is what the company are doing.
Yeah, otherwise the review is kind of reviewing something that nobody else will ever get. So
personally, for the pictures, it's a preference thing. I think the cell shading, I think it works at times, and then sometimes I don't think it works, and sometimes, especially on faces and things like this, where the shadowing is painted in a certain way, where I think it was like advertised that you could just play it with or without the hat, but with the cell shading, he's got like a shadow like this, so it just looks like a woman with like really bad contouring, so it just doesn't really work that way. Yeah, so you have to have the hat on, basically, for that to make sense. And then
yeah,
also the chin strap is sculpted to the face, so you couldn't really pose him without the hat on. I actually watched Ninja Scroll, funny enough, on the plane the other day. I watched it when I was on
still good.
my way to Poland. Yeah, it's actually really good. I actually
Put
really
the
enjoyed it
steelbook.
still, and I think it's probably one of the better ones for sure. One of the better ones. I haven't seen the series. I did get hold of the series as well, which I've got, which is about 10 parts. I might watch that at some point, but I watched the movie, and the fight scenes are done really, really well. Just a few
I
little
watched a
pervy
couple of
bits.
films now.
What did you watch?
I watched because when I was on holiday, I watched Maverick, which is fucking
Oh
awesome.
yeah. Oh, good.
Really awesome.
I've got it. I've got it, but Mary won't watch it. She's just like, you watch it on your own, and I'm like, fuck you. Then I'll watch it when I'm like, working or something, and I
Watch
forget.
it. It's really good. It's very,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good.
I
And
was never really a big. I mean, when I saw Top Gun, I was like, oh yeah, it's cool. But I was never like a huge Top Gun fan.
gay.
I mean, I've seen it. Well, he's meant to be gay as well. If you look at like Tarantino's breakdown of
Why would I
Top Gun,
listen to
it's
that?
about
Why would I listen to Tarantino talk
a
about
man's
anything?
struggle with his
Guy's a fucking
sexuality,
idiot.
isn't it? But yeah,
It's what?
but it's about some like a man's struggle with his sexuality, and it's about him going back and forward. And then when he actually gets with Kelly McGinnis, she's actually dressed more like a man than she was in the beginning, because she's wearing like different clothing. So I was watching something he was talking about.
Sounds like
But,
he's a fucking idiot.
He can be.
I had the same
Sure.
discussion with Jenny, which was like she said the same thing about the first one. And
Yeah.
I said to her, like, explain yourself. You're gonna make a stupid fucking comment like that, explain it. And she was like, oh well, loads of guys playing beach volleyball like with no top on. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
well, does that happen? I was like, well, of course that fucking happens. If you're out playing sport,
If you're on the
loads of
beach
guys.
playing volleyball and it's hot,
If
you're not
if
going
you're
to.
playing, would you want them in a
Even
fucking
when you play
jumper? I don't
football.
understand the
Yeah.
logic, right? So then
Even
she's
when you
like,
used
oh,
to play
you're all
football
high
when you were a
fiving
kid and
each
stuff.
other and they're all high fiving each other and all this. And I'm like, yeah, again, this is camaraderie, this is sport. I've been in fucking sport all my life. This is what it's like. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then she turned around and said, oh, loads of gays like it. Loads of gay guys like it, like watching it. I was like, so it's not gay, it's just that gay people like it. What the fuck does that even mean? I was like, you can't call it gay because gay people like it. That doesn't make any fucking sense at all. That's like saying, you know what I mean? Ice cream's gay. Why? Well, because gay people like an ice cream. Well, that doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
I might have to change my dog's name to Dharma because I've been watching Jeffrey Dahmer's series, right? And all my dog wants to do is like bite my arm and eat it or fuck me. So I think it needs to be Jeffrey Dahmer. You know?
You're gonna call him Dharma? Please call him Dharma. That would be
No,
awesome.
just literally because as Jeffrey Dahmer was like a cannibal, wasn't he? And all my
Yeah,
dog's doing is coming up and he's
yeah.
like biting my arm, and then he's trying to fuck me the next minute, and I'm like, yeah, man, it's well like my dog, isn't he? The only difference
You're going
is
to change his name
like,
from Craven to Dharma?
no, the only difference is I'm not like
such a
because Jeffrey Dahmer had a thing for black guys, didn't he? That was his main
Yeah.
thing.
I didn't get done in jail. Someone done him, didn't they, in jail? Because of that.
We ain't got to that point, but yeah, I recall he gets done in the yard.
Oh,
didn't
in
he?
real life. I mean, I don't know what
Yeah.
you're watching, but in real life,
No,
I
I mean,
don't know if he gets killed. Maybe he gets killed.
in real life,
I think the guy killed him.
if I recall, in real life, he got done in the. I was going to say the playground, in the yard, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
He gets done, and someone shanks him.
Well, we call it association or exercise yard.
Oh yeah, I don't. Well, I won't really associate with that side of things. I just tried to put people in there, but I never went there. But yeah, we've been watching the series, and the guy who plays him is Evan Peters, who's the guy who plays Quicksilver in the X-Men movies, and he was also in like all of the.
Good. It's good.
He is actually good. Is it the thing about it is it's getting very good reviews, which I'm quite surprised about because I've been watching it, and I've when you're younger, you like watch all that sort of stuff, and you kind of learn. I remember talking about it a long time ago with you and your cousin and stuff, and I like you. Yeah, you know about all the sort of story of it. So I was watching it and I knew about it, but it's quite slow, but it's got quite like a lot of suspense and a lot of things. And I do actually remember like from the documentaries where because he was like white and because he was like, he wasn't quite articulate and such, but he weren't thick. And because he was like in like a poor areas and stuff, he got away with so much shit where he should have gone to jail for like he did really stupid things, and he nearly got caught like handfuls of times, and they just kept capturing him and going like, like he got pulled over in his car. We had all the body parts, and they're like, where you going? Da, da, da. And he's like, oh yeah, I've got my clippings from my yard. I can't sleep because my parents got divorced and all this stuff. And they're like, all right, be on your way, but drive safe. Even though he's like over the limit with alcohol, and they're like, be safe, da, 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 whatever, let him go. Two or three people he tries to kill, like drugs them, and they escape, and they go to the police. And because they're like, I think two of them are black and two of them are like, I think like Filipino or Korean or something. And because of their standing, they're just like, he kind of goes, oh no, that's my boyfriend and we fell out, or that's this and this. And he tells his story, and the police are just like, oh, okay, well, have a good night, sir, and just go, don't leave it. So, but there's times like 3 or 4 times that happens.
Part of that will be due to articulation, where it'll be like it doesn't fit. If you've got somebody and they're basically not articulate and they're fucking saying all this shit, and you've got somebody saying a more compelling story. And I watched a program about it. I watched actually a stand-up guy the other day who started talking like an Indian man. Yeah. He started talking, and he started making all these statements, And then he turns around and said, everything I just said just made up. But I said
Yeah.
it so articulately and with such authority that you've believed everything I've said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Words, like how much words have power compared to like some people that can't express the point, won't be heard. That's the
Yeah.
point. That's the purpose. That's the point he was trying to make. He was talking about smoking and diabetes and all this other shit, and pulling numbers out of the air and just, but being very, very good with what he was saying. But all of it was crap. So I just made it all up. But I can
Yeah.
say it, and a lot of you who are following you believe in me, and you would have gone home and told everybody. You know what I mean? It's quite
That
true.
surprised me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Quite true. He was
Oh,
good.
for sure. But he wasn't like, he wasn't articulate though.
No,
He wasn't very smart. In like, obviously he was smart because he knew what to do and how to get away with it, but he weren't like an intelligent person as such. I mean, like, weren't academic in any kind of way.
that doesn't mean smart. Don't confuse
No, I know, but I
intelligence with
mean,
academia. It's got nothing to do with it.
but you know,
I've met
obviously,
people with fucking multitude of degrees that are thick as shit. I wouldn't trust them to make me a sandwich, let alone anything else.
but no, but I recommend watching it anyway for sure.
I might check it
I
out.
mean,
It's not really. The problem is, it's not really. It's not, the premise just doesn't do nothing for me. And serial killer terms, it's not something that I'm sort of, but I'm not interested in
Well,
any of that kind of shit.
the
So
other
it's
side,
just
I
a bit
guess,
like,
the other side of it is there's no happy ending to it, so it's not feel good TV for sure. So but yeah, we've been watching it. I think we are on about episode 4 or 5. I'll tell you what else I've been watching as well, which is totally off topic, but I don't really like Melissa McCarthy. Is that her name?
yeah,
The chubby lady. She's quite
they can
big.
call her fat. She's fat. It's fine.
Okay, the fat lady. Then
Yeah.
she's like, she really irritates me in films and stuff. But then on one of the on the TV, they've got these like channels and things. So there's this channel called Freevee, and she's on that. There's a show called Mike and Molly. That's actually really funny. But then it gets to the point of like, I'm on season 4 now, and I've been watching them over like, and every time, like in the relationship, every time something goes wrong, she's the dickhead who's done something wrong, and then she's the dickhead who kind of like does something where she twists it, so he's in trouble about it every single time. And I'm like, yeah, she's a dick. But by the end, she gets quite annoying. But in the beginning, she's really funny. It is really funny. Anyway, off topic, but let's get back on this. Happy JCG in the house. How's it going? You watched it?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to watch that. Good.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
It's okay. It's like,
yeah,
it's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. Wasn't like
it creepy?
Like,
Is it creepy? I quite like Ethan Hawke. He's in it, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah, I don't know if it feels. It's all right. It's just okay. Don't expect it to change your life or nothing. But it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched Love and Thunder.
All of it.
Yeah.
And what did you think by the end then? What's your overall view of it then?
It's really hard because, I don't know. It's, part of it was like the part of it. See, the problem is with me, right? Is I'm really easy to make laugh. I find lots of things funny.
Yes,
I find loads of things funny. I like a lot of stuff. I find a lot of things funny. I will laugh like quite like openly.
Yeah, I laughed
shit
loads
people
of that
fall
film.
not laugh, and people just look at me like, oh, dear.
I think the thing with that film is I had such low expectations because of Ragnarok. I just went in there totally like, all right, it's going to be a really shitty comedy. And I totally went in with those things. I don't have any knowledge about gore. I think you may have read it.
It's right. Gore the Grub Butcher.
Yeah, I haven't really read anything.
Oh, no. I mean, the thing about the Stone guy is right from the comics.
Yeah.
And all that, because he's like, he's gay in the comics.
Oh, good.
How they make like rock babies and stuff by holding hands in a fireplace for like 3 days or some shit with another man, like in the comics. I think that's accurate. I'm pretty sure that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's right. I don't know. I don't know. It's a really hard one. Really.
Did you laugh? Did you laugh at the bits with the with Mjolnir, where he's kind of like he's doing stuff, and then the
Yeah,
hammer
like
kind of comes into shot.
like
That was the
that
part.
comes from it.
That's
Hi, how are
yeah.
you? Yeah,
That's
that's
the
funny.
part where I was the only one laughing in the cinema. And
Yeah,
then
that
there was
was
the
funny.
second part where they're like by the water, and he
Yeah,
goes, "Oh, hey, I didn't see you there," kind of thing.
yeah,
Them two bits
I
made me
laugh at that.
fucking
I was
pissed
laughing at the
myself laugh.
goats as well. They were cracking me up, and
They made me
Mike
laugh as
today
well,
was
but
my great Mike was like, "Gross goats drive me fucking crazy." I just thought I just didn't
nah,
get
they
it.
made me laugh.
I was
They made
brought
me
up.
laugh quite a bit. The only bit, the thing that really, really ruined it for me is the kind of like the end part where it just reminds you of like Hook. Do you know where all the kids? He's like basically in the beginning of the film, they're in that town and he's fighting all of these demon things, and they're giving up a good
Shut up.
fight, and then all of whatever they are, yeah, and then basically then she comes along and they have like a battle, but it's not an easy battle, and all of a sudden he like deputizes all the kids, and all of the kids fuck him up, and I was just a bit like, nah, I didn't like that.
Yeah,
That annoyed me a bit. It was a bit
yeah,
too much. It was a bit like really childish and really again like something out of Hook or
yeah, yeah.
even the end of Logan is the same. The
Hang
end of Logan.
around.
Yeah. But the end of Logan is exactly the same. Where all the kids come down and do that, and it's just a bit like, it's a bit much. I don't,
I
these
think
characters
it's
who are
very hard.
badass almost like get battered by a group of kids. Just that annoys me. I'm trying to think what else. I've been watching Red Dwarf actually.
Red
Been
Dwarf's
watching
awesome.
loads of Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf, awesome.
I bought Red Dwarf. I bought them all, yeah, and then they then got put onto I don't know Prime or Amazon or either Prime or Netflix. I don't know which one. They just pop up on my screen, and I was just like, oh, for God's sake, I just bought all of them. But yeah, I've been watching all of them, and yeah, they're great. It's like, but do you know, it isn't until season 6, right at the end, where they start making fun of his head, like Ryan's head.
Yeah, I know. It's just
But I thought it was ongoing, like the whole lot of it. But no, they don't do it
no,
until like season 6, where he's like, yeah, you got like a head the shape of a novelty ice cube and stuff like that.
novelty condom. That's what it says.
No, he says novelty ice cube in the one I saw the other day, and then he goes, I can't remember. There's like quite a few of them making me well laugh.
I like Red Dwarf. Red Dwarf's good.
Yeah, MJ didn't even give it any time. She was just a bit like, walked out. So let's go through these comments. Stuck up on further in the house. How you doing, buddy? Hope everything's good. Your side for Brilliant Jim. What's up, guys? Cameron, how you doing? Howdy, fellas. Looking forward to a great Sunday chat. Hope everyone's well. Happy Sunday and happy Monday morning to anyone who's out there as well in Australia. Richard Gouthier here.
Yo, Rich.
Hey, gents. How's it going? Matt, the Alien Collector. Yeah, we're a little bit early today for once. Congrats on the Guardian statue. We're going to go through that one. Roger Rocks Limited. Hi, fellas. Yeah, let's make some tea. I never understood the appeal of social media. Yeah, that's because you're about 70 years old, buddy. Yeah, my favorite YouTube channel. Thank you. Appreciate that. Only 2 more pre-orders left for me. The exclusive Queen Studios Wonder Woman, and I think I'm going to sell it before it's ready. Damn.
And then there were one.
Sup, gents? How's it going, Nick?
Yo.
Les, how you doing? What's happening, fellas? Hope you're both had a good night so far. I got my drink by my side and ready for the live. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Josh in the
getting my
green
shot. Look
box,
at
how
that.
you doing? Pina colada. Cider. Pina colada cider. Wow, that's a bit of a mix, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I just thought. Yeah, I'm going to try that. Fuck it.
Cheers, boys. I'm over here crushing out homework yet again, but super hyped. The Miami Dolphins just pulled out a massive win. Plus, I'm finally here on time for the live, first time in a few weeks. Hope's all good. Still doing homework. Jesus, how old are you? You're just like constantly studying for like the last 6 years. He's probably about 15 years old or something. Some gens, in my opinion, cell shading turned out well on those PCS transformers. I totally agree, but my point with that is they're a smaller scale. And I think they did a really good job with those. But the problem is once they did the Optimus Prime and then they did the Soundwave was absolutely amazing. The Optimus Prime was really cool as well. But then they went on to the flying one, Starscream, and then they did all the different versions of Starscream, and the prices they just went fucking ridiculous. They literally like doubled the price, and then no one bought them, so they cancelled the line. So, agents, I found a painter 20-minute drive away. Gave him my dark side to get rid of the two-tone belt, Cheeto hand, and grey overspray skirt bottom. Awesome. Lucky to find one 20 minutes from you.
Yeah, man. I look forward to seeing that.
My arse off. Yeah. Some guys, how's you? Cool spot. Noxus, how you doing? Jeffrey Dahmer's from the city I was born and raised in. Milwaukee, I think he was. Rolando Romero. Your thoughts on the PCS 1/3 Wolverine in hand? Have you seen
Just
pictures
as
of it in
horrible
hand?
as a prototype.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
A horrible Wolverine. What I don't understand as well is that there's actually elements of it. Like there's a head sculpt that isn't too bad. The arms look well done. But the whole body's fucking horrible. The sculpt on the body for Calissimo is weak as fuck. It's really horrible sculpt from him of the body.
And considering he's about his 12th Wolverine, he should be good at it.
It's really weak. I don't know what art direction he was given or what his thing was. It's horrible.
You got to remember as well. You got to remember the PCS 1/3 line is the game. It's the game art, and the game art ain't the best. It isn't the best stuff. It's that Contest of Champions stuff, isn't it? But yeah, I don't like either. Yeah.
Nah.
Hey there, Michael. What's up, boys? Just got a life-size Queen Studios Venom bus, and what the fuck is insane? You see in person? I've seen it in person. It looks absolutely crazy from certain angles, but the inside of the mouth with the teeth really bothered me. There's like a really horrible seam thing going on with the teeth. And considering how big it is, it bothered the hell out of me, and I didn't like that at all. And also, I would have liked an option to take away the Venom actual name and put like a wisp there as well. I would have liked that option because I don't like nameplates really.
I really like it. I thought it was awesome.
SARS Morning Boys, another cardio session being smashed out to your lovely voices. Clearly, you haven't heard me sing. Herb Floggins, World War Hulk comics weren't funny like the movies. World War Hulk comics, yeah, quite brutal, yeah. And the Future Imperfects is World War Hulk.
They tried to fit too many things into Ragnarok. They tried to touch on too many bases, and that's what happened with that film.
Yeah. How you doing, Carl? Yo. CGC Slabs. What's it like going down the rabbit hole? Well, got pulled back a little bit because they've actually pissed me off quite, no doubt.
Have you had your meeting yet and got my fucking comics yet?
I had a meeting with them on Thursday, just gone. It didn't go very well. You know, this is literally, I've got my little bit of paper with notes. Hold on. I had to make notes because she was talking utter fucking shit. So, right. This is it, yeah? Here's my notes. So, basically, the woman, right, the customer service woman, said, right, so they all together, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 comics, yeah, that had a problem with them. And there were more than that, but I accepted some of them and said, look, okay, I need to be reasonable. So I accepted some of them. Okay. Then what happened is they then somehow, along the way, they split them into two piles. So then they go, yeah, we got these 8 comics and we're going to give you the money back for them. It's like, okay, we're going to give you $400 for these 8 comics. And I'm like, can you give me like a breakdown of how you've got to that? Because this, you know, it just seems like you've gone $50 a comic and here you go. And there's no actual justification for it. So they go, oh yeah, let me go back to you. And by the way, this has been going on over a year. And literally their American side did not reply until literally a day to a year. Like, so a year came up and then they replied. So I had no response from the American side for a year. This has now been going on for another 2 months after a year. So yeah, 14 months or so. So then they go, oh yeah, so these 8 will give you $50 each. I said, can I have a justification about it? Blah, blah, blah. And they go, are you going to take the money? I'm like, no, that's not enough. And then I pulled out a comic and I go, first of all, this comic someone else gave to me. So I had to buy them a comic to replace it. And it cost me £92. So, and there's 2 of those in there. So you should be giving me £92 for at least those 2. And they go, oh, okay, well, would you accept if that's the case? And I said, to be honest with you, I just want this over with. But the problem now is, where's my other 7 comics? That were on the original thing. And they were like, oh, yeah, we don't agree that those 7 comics have issues that we've caused. And I'm like, but clearly they've got issues because they've come back with a lower grade. They're like, some of these are 8.5 or whatever else. Oh, yeah, but we don't deem that we were responsible for those. And I was like, how do you justify that you were responsible for these 8 and you're not responsible for these 7? And they were like, oh, well, I went through them and I did this, 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 this. I said, I don't mean to be rude, but you're not a grader. So how did you do that? And she goes, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, right. So I pulled all the books out, took pictures or whatever, and I go, all right, so let me get this straight, right? So the way that the CGC numbers work is you get the order number, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. So you get the order number, and then the first one on the order number would be 001, and then it'd be the order number 002, and it'll run up to 25. So this is literally how it works, and then the next one will be the next one on, number 1 again. So I said to him, so I've just pulled these in, pulled all these out. So you're telling me that you're responsible for number 4. You're not responsible for number 12. No, you're responsible for number 4. You're responsible for number 11. Yeah. So you're not responsible for 12 and 13. No. But you're responsible for 14, 15. Yeah. But you're not responsible for 16. No. And you are responsible for 17. And it's like, 18 you're not. 20 you are. And it's just like, how can you justify that when they've been delivered in a pile? And, if you've damaged these, then you've damaged them. How can you say we've damaged those 2, not that 1? We've damaged those 1. How can you justify that? And they go, well, we looked through and the damage isn't consistent. I'm like, how would it be consistent if you've dropped them or whatever you've done? But you've admitted to doing. You've admitted to dropping them. So how can you then, not say that you've damaged the others then? Oh, well, it doesn't make sense with this and this. And I'm like, yeah, but by your argument of saying that this has not been done, I can just use the opposite and say that, you potentially dropped them off the table. And so it's fallen. And then the other side's fallen over. So it wouldn't necessarily be consistent.
They don't fall in exactly the same place, in exactly the same way. So the damage would not be
consistent. And then she's like, oh, can you tell me the issues from each one that you're not happy with? And I said, I don't need to. You've admitted that you've done damage to these batch, and these are literally shoveled in between all of them. So how can you say that it doesn't make any sense? And she's just like, oh yeah, well, blah blah blah, and she's talking out of shit. And I'm like, can I not speak to someone else? Because you're just like, everything I say to you, you've come back with an argument, but your argument has no logic, because I can just say exactly the same thing back to you that you're saying. You're saying, oh yeah, well, this is done this way. But in theory, this is done this way. Well, in theory, it wasn't done that way. So it's like you're making lots of assumptions. Yeah. And you just went on, and I was just like, you know what? I don't want to speak to you. Who can I speak to? And she goes, oh, I'm the manager here in London. And I said, well, I don't want to speak to you. I want to speak to someone in America then. And that's what I said to you before I made this appointment. This has been going on a year, and you haven't resolved it in a year. So why would I want to speak to you? Oh, so before that was the other thing. Before that, they said, oh, yeah, so what would you want for me to accept all of these? What would you accept? And I said, look, I just want this over with. So literally, these other ones, you valued these like 65 each or whatever you've done. So basically, I just want you to take 65 for these ones. There's like 7 of them. And then I even went through them and I said, and I'm happy to cancel this one. And I'll just take this one the way it is. And then I noticed they had fucking Nuka rings, which are a whole other fucking ballgame. Like, she goes, oh, do you want me to recase that? And I'm like, oh, fuck. So anyway. So then she goes, oh, what I can do then is, if I'm going to take these 7 back, I can then drop the price we're going to give you to £40 each. And I'm like, why would I do that? That means I'm getting less. That means I'm getting less money for you to take all my comics away. And she goes, well, how does that work? I said, well, if I do it all this way with these on top, it's like 540. That's 8 of them. And if you do it now to 40 times that, it's like 480 or whatever it was. And she was like, oh, yeah, well, that's how it's going to be.
This is a fucking stupid
And then I said, well, how is that fair policy of price that you said this is meant to be? Now you're just pulling the numbers out of the air. And she goes,
Yeah.
oh, I see we're not going anywhere with this. And I was like, no, we're not, because you're not making any sense. And it
Yeah,
just
you're
went
full
on.
of
And
shit.
I just said, oh, Jesus Christ.
What's her
It was just
fucking
that,
name?
oh, she's got like some like real hard to pronounce, like African name. Like a Wombi or Wombi Rubble. I can't even remember what her name was. It was literally like not the easiest name to say. If I can find it.
I thought you just swallowed your tongue.
I felt like swallowing my tongue during the fucking meeting, I tell you.
So
I can't
so
find it.
basically, in the short version of your bullshit list is where the fuck are my comics at?
No, I said I need to go. I have to have a call now with someone in America, like a video call, to resolve it. And they've still got like, I don't know, about 70 of my comics. Other than these ones, there's still another 70 that I need to collect. And it's just like, dude, well, it's really, yeah. And they go, do you know the funny thing about it at the end of it? She goes, oh, well, I spoke to the head office and they said they could offer you another year's membership for free. I said, why the fuck would I want that? Why would I want that? So, but membership's free anyway. The membership's like you pay $150 and you get it back in credit. Why the fuck I want a free year?
Oh my god. My god. They're on the new fucking ownership now, though, aren't they? It's like the worst time for this to sort of happen.
Well, they got bought out, and I said to him like as well because I said, you know, my problem is going to be that you're going to go, okay, we'll give you £600 credit or whatever it is, and if it's not about how much money it is as well, it's the principle of how it's working out. And the point is, if they go, oh yeah, we're going to give you £600, we've credited it to your account, then they're just going to cancel my old invoices, and all of the fucking invoices are fucked anyway. So it's just like, oh, every time you get an invoice from CGC, it's wrong. Every single time I get one, it's wrong, and you have to double check it every single time.
So
And
until this is sorted, I'm not getting my comics, am I?
they're holding them hostage at the moment. Seriously. So
Okay.
yes, her name is ODUWA.
Odua.
Odua, and then OSEMWENKHAE.
Fuck me, you got a lot of money for that in Scrabble, didn't you? Get a lot of fucking points for that shit, didn't you? That's a fucking triple word score, that cunt. That's fucking
Yeah. Osawenkahi. And he's just like, yeah. Yeah, but it's just been, it's been a fucking nightmare. It's really been a nightmare. And it's literally, the funny thing about this is like, you know, before this was all happening, you know, I was really pro CGC and I was a real kind of champion of their brand, like where, you know, I'd promote their brand and go, oh yeah, I love CGC. CGC is awesome. CGC, you know, this just made me like go, you know what? I said to myself, I don't want to sound like one of those people who go like, you know, not like you know who I am, but like I just said to her, like, you know, you can see if you look at my record, you can see how many hundreds of comics I've submitted in the last 4 or 5 years. You can see the numbers, and you can even like I don't know if you have a record of it, but you know I was asked by your London team and by the team in America to be a dealer, so that must mean something, you know. And it's like, and to be treated this way, it's just like, you know, it's bullshit. It's utter bullshit.
What should you say to that?
She just was like, like, yeah, she's fucking useless, absolutely useless. She was like, to be someone in customer service, she's just so rude, and she's just so like you know, just making up utter bullshit, pulling stuff out of her ass, like going, as I say, just to say, okay, yeah. And the thing is, it ain't even that much. Like if you look at the actual numbers, it ain't even that much money, but it's a principle of, you know, I shouldn't have to say to them, because the other side of it as well is it's like they're kind of valuing the comics at what they're graded at, but they damaged them, so it shouldn't be what they're graded at. It should be, and that's how it seems. That's why I've said to them, I want a breakdown of how you're valuing this, because you're giving just blanket prices, and that's not the case. And then they're like, oh no, well, it's gone to this office, and this office is. I was like, how's it fuck? You've just gone like pulled that fucking number from your ass, and that's what you just shown by going. Well, if you do that now and add those other 7, it's £40 now. That just shows that it isn't a fair fucking policy price or whatever you call it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you never get them back. No, I'd have to have a video call. Hopefully it will go somewhere, but it's just got to a point of like, yeah, it's been going on so long that it's just driving me mad.
You're going to have problems with this. I mean, especially if there's other people's comics in there, because they're not just
There
they're not. I'm not.
No, there are.
This is me. Like with me, that's like I don't know how much I've got, like. That's like 300 quid's worth of comics from me.
No, I know. I mean, and
that doesn't even include the ticket price of any of the ones bought. It's more like £400 or £500 worth of comics. When you talk ticket prices, and this is me. This is different. I'm guessing you're having problems with other people with this.
Well, fortunately, the other people involved are being understanding, and they're being very good. But they could easily have been real, and I wouldn't blame them. I would not blame them at all. If they wanted to like kick up and fuss, I would not blame them. But if they've been really good. All of them have been really good. So there's 4 or 5 guys involved, and they've all been good. So yeah, but yeah, hopefully I'm going to get this video call, and hopefully I can sort it out and just do it. Get it done. But it's just for them just to kind of like their justifications of things. And as I say, for them, the way that they're valuing things as well, and like it's what's the point in this and that if you're just going to make a number up and say, oh yeah, well it's fair use price is when it's like
to me, you need to talk to somebody else anyway.
You're saying the lowest possible number.
You need to talk to somebody else.
You're saying the lowest possible number ever. You're not saying if I was to go, because I said to them, well, go out and get me all the comics then. If you think they're that cheap, go and get me more. Go get me them. Replace all the comics at a price at the grade they should be. Replace them all. Do that. I prefer that then, rather than getting your £40 each. Because Trey Smith, LBS for life. What's up, collectors and all-star panel? How you doing? There's the Thanos click. Alonzo, hello boys, how you doing? Mune X Corpse, hello guys, just wide awake. Morning. He's must be over in Australia then. I'm younger than you, goddammit. Starting my masters next year. Only been in school since 2019. Remember, it seems it feels like longer. Can be both well. How you doing, Darren?
Yeah.
Stuck with a cheeky whisper, 60 or 70 whippersnapper. Sorry. Michael Lawrence, big up guys. West London in the house. How you doing?
Nice.
How you doing? Yeah, just moved out of London. Stuart Murray, 47. Evening, gents.
Yo, brother.
Michael Myers, our brothers, Liam Best in the house. Yo. Dallas Knights. Hi guys, I got my Batman 0 years shipping from Sideshow. Was insane, £450. Do you think you're better off trying to sort yourself, such as in the UK? To be honest with you, once you kind of try and get them anyway, because I mean, the only guys who are going to do Prime 1 in UK are like Collectibles Direct or Todd Lee and
2 boxes.
I don't know. That's a big one. He's on a motorbike, and he's the big one on the motorbike.
Maybe it's like 2-3 boxes, which is different.
If
it's like 2-3 boxes, then the average box price is 1 box at the minute from Sideshow to be delivered is worth like fucking 200 quid.
Is it the case now where, hey, little guy in the corner, you see him posing for the camera? Dharma, hello, Dharma. Yeah, it's like don't come for me. Yeah,
call him Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Yeah, he's over there. Dharma. He was after Dharma. I've gone for his peanut. Oh, good boy. Good boy. There you go. He's not bad. The thing is, as well, is I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but don't some companies allow you to pay your taxes before it gets shipped now? Or is that only when it's from Europe? I can't remember. But in future, maybe check out Collectibles Direct and check out Torn Lee. I can't remember his store's name though, but he's in London, and maybe they'll be cheaper. But again, it's all down to whether you want the exclusive parts and all that kind of business, because that can be a problem as well.
Yeah.
So it's all down to things like that. Actually, I do have 2 pre-orders.
Oh.
I do have 2 pre-orders actually with Collectibles Direct. I ordered the Silver Surfer #4, Silver Surfer and the Thor. Other way around. Yeah, I ordered those, so I've got those coming. They're only small pieces, but I just got them because I quite like them.
So is that Surfer's 1, Thor's the second one?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
got you.
So they're like 1/7 scale or maybe 1/8. They're small.
That's cool, like Bowen scale. That's cool.
They might be smaller than that because like Silver Surfer to the top of him is like 30 centimeters, and he's like up on his board and he's like diving down. I don't know. I know we have to measure them when we come in, but they weren't that expensive. They're like £180, £200 each, I think.
Nice.
Where you fellas from? I'm just outside of London. Both of us just north of London. We were, we were
originally,
North London originally. Yes,
North.
moved away north. Luke Molding, sorry lads, just showing what I missed. Must be ranting about crap.
Expecting about CGC, bought over some list and then read fuck all on it.
Funny. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a Guinness on that though.
And I was just fucked off.
I'm trying to find there's a Guinness in my fridge somewhere. Oh, there it is. Right,
this is why we don't come on early. Okay, a special place up there.
There you go. Yeah, what was I saying? Sound like the fucking devil escaped from that. What was I saying? Not much. Me complaining. Vasrod, how you doing?
Yo.
You guys are fucking legends. I guess Liam's drinking again. Comics held hostage. No. Yeah. Currently, unfortunately. Some of them are Stewarts. Oh, yeah, they are. Some are Stewarts, actually. I think. Or did I give Stewarts back? Oh, I can't fucking remember. I'd have to look at my thing.
No, they don't deserve the customs. True. I think it's going to be done anyway, whatever happens. When this is resolved, I think that'll be it.
I don't think I'm doing any more through them after this. And they're like, even when they said to me, oh, there were 2 of them that I pulled out after all this time because I haven't seen them. And I go, these are all like really bad loot rigs. And they're like, do you want us to send them back? And I go, nah, don't bother. Really, I just can't bother to wait another 3 months dealing with your shit. Look after your own comics and tell CGC to fuck right off. I have zero to do with a shower of shit. They don't deserve your custom. So, same thing. Yeah, I mean, again, considering like those comics behind me, probably 95% of those I've actually graded through them, and I used to have 5 times that amount, and I probably had so many going in and out. I've done so many for other people, and it's just the amount of business I've given them is a lot for sure. Passion for Art, greetings, how's it going?
Greetings.
Lex Ledger, I'm late, made it. Happy Sunday, how's it going?
Cheers, Lex.
Yeah, 2 boxes. That's probably why that is $4.50. Good day, fellas, from Sydney. Josh Grayson, how you doing? Stuart Mariana, Russian CGC Books, definitely not your fault. Cheers, man. Fabrinium Jim, caught up. So I brought a Captain America Allied Charge and Sideshow Classic 4 after watching your reviews. Awesome.
Cheers.
Did you get Johnny? Did you get Johnny Medin's one? The Allied Charge and
Classic 4. Love
Classic 4. Yeah. That's
which one did it? The OG.
Yeah. Well, Classic. I'm assuming he means the one that you got with the hammer up. What's it got? How's that Archangel statue doing? Someone asks you that every week.
Someone's fucking with me, that is.
Is it?
I think so.
Because he's asking you every week. Yeah, he's welcome.
He's doing great. Someone else's fucking house.
Yeah. Eric S. Shipping is getting ridiculously expensive. You really wonder if they're taking advantage of us. I'm really being selective with pieces I buy right now. Yeah, to ship the carnage to me from where did it come from? Indonesia, Malaysia, I think it was. It was well expensive for them, really expensive. It was like I think it was like 1,100 Singapore dollars to ship it. So ridiculous. And if the box weren't that big enough, but not that big. They need to get better shipping rates. Have you guys run out of display room yet? I
Oh
don't
yeah,
display anything at the moment. I'm not really displaying anything. As you can see, I've got 3 statues behind me, and I've got
right.
maybe one or two upstairs that need to be boxed up because I broke a bit of one of them.
Fucking rammed up on.
But then I've got like about 90 boxes upstairs of quarter scale and above, and then I've got about 70 Bowen boxes upstairs, like the busts. So I don't display any because I'm not waiting to move house. Do you watch the rest of Love and Thunder, Geo? Rewind it, you missed that. Michael Lawrence. Thanks for the information, guys. I appreciate that. I've got my eye on the Jason Fenbock Detective Comics 1000. Got some pictures of that in the chat coming up. Yeah. So
Mike cancelled
definitely.
that. He was well excited for that.
Why did he cancel it then?
He says it looks shit. It's nice. He says it looks shit. Not looking like it the way it looks. He was so excited as well to get that in. He was like really, really happy with that. He just like was like when he saw pictures and stuff and he saw like things of it, he just said like, nah, fuck that. Not liking that looks.
But where would he even put it? Because it's well tall.
I don't know.
Thanks for the information. There you go. Children of the Atom. That's him. How's it going, man? What's up, Alex and Gio? How are you fellas?
All good, man.
Not too bad. Disappointed I'm not going to New York Comic Con this year.
There's no one there, is there?
Yeah, but there's quite a nice crowd there, you know.
It's fucking no one there to see. Let's go there for. What the fuck's the point? If there's no one there, there's no point.
General nudge for Gio to do that room tour. Yeah, you and me both, brother.
Fucking hell. In time. Honestly, get in the fucking time.
Once decided XM to do something like the Four Horsemen statues, if you know that. It was just something where, it came up. And funny enough, we've got loads of pictures for this. But I also wanted to show something different for this because you can actually see what's coming after. If you go on to Marco's art station. So what I might do is let me just pull this up really quick because this actually is pretty fucking cool. So he's actually created like a whole kind of world with this, and basically, if I can open it, where are we? Can you see my thingy-majiggy?
Yeah.
If I do that and then do a bit of that,
you put for one, yeah.
And then if I get rid of this guy, so come back here. There you go. So if you look at this, actually come onto his art station and you check out what he's got on there. And it's really, really cool. So obviously you've got the XM side. So you have the deaf. So you have all of these deaf there. You've got like all these videos of them not turning around. That's why I couldn't really do it properly by doing it. But these are actually displayed in the gallery so far. So you got deaf, war, and I think famine, is it? And then there's also, if you go to the bottom, there is a group shot of all of them together. So yeah, it looks so cool. This brand. The only one thing is there were a lot of people saying that they should have done this in 1/5. There were a lot of people saying
I think that's probably a good shout with the animals, with the monsters that they're riding. I think that's the more appropriate scale.
So she's plague and he is famine. So the other one on display is famine. But then if you come back, so obviously that's the one that's not in the actual gallery is her. So it's pestilence.
Mm-hmm.
So plague, same as pestilence, isn't it? They're both the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why she's got all that kind of shit around her mouth and like kind of venom-esque kind of symbiote kind of like crap around
Very
there.
fucking cool.
But yeah, these are so cool. And so also you got like a more cleaner face there as well. But these designs are pretty badass. And you got that one there which got the black teeth. Yeah, really cool. But then on top of that, you also these were obviously the villains, so they're the four horsemen. But you also then have the archangels. So you got Michael, Raphael, and Gabriella. So this is meant to be Gabrielle that's turned into a female. And this sculpt, the female looks fantastic. Her face looks
Gabrielle,
beautiful.
God's favourite angel.
Yeah,
Gabriel. It's Gabriel.
Yeah, I know, but they've turned it into Gabriella because obviously they need a female, don't they? And I think they've done a good job with that. But yeah, definitely check out his art station. I'm not really doing it justice because I'm kind of skimming through these very quickly. But then you got.
But the question,
yeah,
really,
there's
the question
so
was
much
why
detail.
have they done it? And probably the answer
Raphael.
is that you really want your
It
own
looks
IP with this sort of shit if you can.
Well, that's the funny thing about it is it's not. It's technically not their own IP. They still got to pay Marco and his company for the use of it. But obviously, it might be a bit more of a competitive price
Reasonable.
than obviously paying someone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely check out these. Yeah, there you go, Michael. So yeah, that's cool.
Is that Saint
Look at
Michael?
that. Yeah,
Saint
look at the
Michael?
sword. Yeah, love there.
You know what Saint Michael is famous for, don't you?
No.
He threw Satan out of paradise. Now
Cool.
you know.
I won't ruin it. I'll forget that in an hour. So yeah, so I mean, I think it was just basically that they worked with Marco on the Samurai, the Batman, the Shogun, sorry, the Batman Shogun, and he also did a few other pieces. He did the Punisher that you don't like from Sideshow, and he's done loads of really cool pieces.
Which Punisher I don't like?
Sideshow.
Which one?
The one who's walking down the stairs.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that at all.
Yeah. Well, no, the problem with that one is I remember I really, really liked it before I saw the prototype.
You mean before you see the production?
Yeah, production, sorry. I saw the prototype.
The prototype looked really good, but they just it's not like I'm not talking about the piece that Sideshow actually released as the prototype. The prototype they made was a very nice Punisher, but they just absolutely they sent it to fucking Long Tall Sally or some cunt to fucking do it, and they did it shit. So then everyone got a shit version.
Well, I have no idea what they did with that. They managed to mess up a really good piece. There you go. What's this all about then?
That's me. I finished my arm is my forearm thing is done. So
yeah,
I finished off the twin cubs the other day. So they're done. They're a bit dark at the minute, so I need to heal.
What happens if I move that? Does that do anything?
That's all right.
Okay. I'm trying to get it so I can see everything. What can I see? I want to see everything. Is that all right?
Yeah, it's good.
All right, good.
Looks good. Needs to lighten up a little bit, and then it'll be about the same.
I've also Marco's a patron saint of M&S. Marco is extremely talented. I noticed that prices have dropped slightly from the Canadian Sideshow dealer. Might start pricing coming back down a bit since collectors have been more selective with purchases lately. Pestilence, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, the other side of it is that, prices may not come down. If for example, if companies like Sideshow are, if you are more selective and Sideshow are lowering the edition size, prices aren't going to come down. That's not how it works. So, yeah, I don't think that'd be the case. The only side is Sideshow will probably up their edition size and have to sit on stock, but they've got the facilities to do that. Not many companies do.
It's true.
Damn good tattoo. Couple of grand.
No,
No.
no. About probably done about on the two of them. Probably done about maybe 500, 600.
That's not bad. It's quite
Yeah, I
expensive
like.
over in America to get tattoos done.
Yeah, very good. Good guy.
These then, so we're going back to the kind of part of the thing we're doing, which is we're trying to find things online which are quite affordable, prices
Reasonable.
that you can kind of pick up, reasonable. So this is George's side where he's gone picked up. These are bids I can see here, so he's not buying now. But this is call to action. There was there an exclusive part of this,
That is the exclusive.
which is what?
Isn't that not the exclusive?
Why is the
One of them
exclusive
has
part?
got the hat and the sort of like the glasses, and one's got like the proper Superman head. So
Has
no
it?
glasses and hair.
I don't know. That's what I was asking. I don't know.
Yeah, there's two heads you can get with.
Okay. This doesn't say exclusive in the
No, it doesn't.
DVD zombie. That's someone. Who's that?
Yeah, it is somebody. It's a nice piece though.
Mark.
I
Someone?
don't.
No.
Is there any bids on that yet?
No. Starting
I
bid, but
mean,
it's
that's
got 8 days left.
that's like the opening sort of like price for it. Saw
Yeah.
lots of pieces that used to sell for thousands of pounds, actually, at a very reasonable money.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
yeah,
you've got
right. Yes. So like you
the
got Captain America.
original Captain America's listed as 300.
That's what
Remember
I'm
that used to
saying.
go for big money, didn't it?
$2,000, two and a
Used
half
to go for
grand.
crazy money. Yeah.
Like
300.
there's elements of that Captain America that are okay, but it's a forgettable piece for like that. That's £300 is about, that's a good deal for that Captain America. That's not a bad price for us.
That's one of the pieces, one of the first pieces I remember seeing that everyone raved about. That I was like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" That was
Yeah,
one
it's
of
the
the
same.
first pieces that I
No,
was
it's
like,
finally at the
"We saw it
value
in
that it
Mike's house,
actually
didn't we?"
is worth, which is about £300. It's not worth £2,000. You
Yeah,
pay £2,000
yeah,
for it, and fucking hell, I'll cry for you.
yeah, for sure. This one has something in the description. That's why it's cheap.
Yeah, probably might have some broken parts or a lean
The
because all
claws
of
are
them
always
have a lean. The Vega
yeah, and
always
the
has
claws
like
are
a
always
really bad
broken on
lean.
that.
No, the claws ain't. Well, that I saw the pictures. It's not, but it could be.
No, the
You never
claws. A
know.
lot of them are broken, and there's a few people who've made them in metal. But that's another piece that used to go for big bucks.
Yeah, thousands of
Another
pounds.
piece. Yeah.
1,500 is a minimum they used to go
I'm
for.
telling you, I know what the problem is.
Go on.
That's that Saf. I can't remember his name now, but he used to collect all the PCS stuff. He was quite RaddTitan for quite a while, and then all of a sudden he realised that we weren't that bad, and he became fans of us a little bit. But he don't have any boxes for any of his pieces.
Yeah, but that's still a good price for
I'm just
something.
saying. I'm
Probably if
just
you can
saying that
collect it, I'll collect it.
he's in London. He's in like Kilburn, I think he's in.
Done around our old
Uh,
fucking neighbourhood.
and starting bid there for the Joker. I would never sell my Joker for £300.
This is what I'm saying.
I'd rather put it back in the
Decent.
box. Rather put it back in the box than sell it for £300.
Rather fucking set fire to it than give it someone for 300 quid.
Yeah, for sure, man. God. This then is down to you. This is the Guardian, Hudson,
Yeah, so
whatever else.
this is the leader of the Alpha Flight. So if you're like an X-Men collector, this is sort of piece you might be interested in, because this is like obviously Wolverine's origins start here at Alpha Flight and under the Canadian sort of X-Men sort of team. And obviously he left Canada and went over to America. But this is like Alpha Flight. So this is like this is Alpha Flight leader, which is the Guardian or Vindicator, some people call him, or Weapon Alpha. Sculpted by Dario Martin. I've got the piece in. 30 of these worldwide. Comes like that, where basically comes in two parts. Very, very simple. Comes like that. Legs already attached to the base, the foot there from the boot.
That's an interesting way of doing it. It's a good way,
Yeah.
but it's an interesting way.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think my Alpha 3 Vision is like that, but it's not his. Foot from the shin. It's the up around the top of the thigh. But it's the same thing. You connect it via there. And that's he's got like a nice blue hue around that sort of base and stuff, where it's like showing his powers. a little bit of
Yeah.
some sloppy lines around that separate the rocks from the paint there, which was from the snow, which was a little critique that I had. But again,
Looks like
nothing that
there's
you
always
wouldn't see
fingerprints.
from any company anywhere. It's not
Yeah, yeah,
drastic. It's that a lot of companies struggle with this. They do overspray though. That's how they
yeah,
get
yeah,
around it. But this is not meant to be ice. That's the thing. That isn't actually meant to be ice. So
yeah,
it
yeah.
looks like they've tried to sort of keep it there and go straight, but obviously the odd wayward line here or there. There's a body, and you
It's
can
your
see like
trademark holding it that way. Yeah.
yeah, this is
Looks
my
like
like
a
this
lot like an
picture.
Oscar. It's like an Oscar pose, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's very rare. I mean, my favorite part of this piece is the sculpt. The sculpt's fucking brilliant. Certainly on the figure, it's really nice. Love the texture in the white. It's all like sort of textured.
Do you know what I
Through.
do like as well is I like it when they do it on Wolverines and stuff, but the reality of it is utter fucking bullshit. It's like when you have like Wolverine and he's wearing leather fucking gloves and you see his veins poking through the
Yes,
fucking leather, and it's like
he's got
this on
them
his
on his legs.
thighs.
He's
See
got
how, yeah,
wicked. He's
yeah,
got
yeah.
wicked veinage on his legs. They look
That's what
wicked,
I'm
don't they?
saying. Is like it looks great, and when you see like the Wolverine, he's like that doing that. You see all the fucking veins pump through his leather, and you're like, oh, that's so badass. But then when you sit down on it, you're like, shit, man, he must have real high blood pressure. That must not be good. But yeah,
Yeah,
there
that's
you
how it
go.
looks. So once it's all connected up, it's like that.
How tall is he? Do you know? It's
About
about 28
25 and
inches
a
or
half,
something.
about 25 and a
Oh,
half inches. But the statue is the figure is about 20 inches just under. So I think he's six
yeah,
foot two. So, depending, I mean, it's hard because if you go back to the first picture, his
fuck
toes are
me.
his toes are pointing
Jesus
down.
Christ, you got a fucking positive comment there from Stucker.
Well,
That
he
means
would
something,
because he's
doesn't
a
it?
big Bowen fan, and this is like a very simplistic sort of style of statue. This
Yeah.
is, but
Which
no,
one?
go back to the first picture. So his toes. No, where are you going? What are you doing? The
It's
first
the first
picture of
bit.
the statue in full out there. His toes are pointing down. So if you
Oh,
measure it from there, it's not completely accurate. So he's
yeah,
around probably 19 and a half tall from his heel to his head. So
yeah.
that's about right for like 6 foot two, which is what he is. He's the same height as Magneto.
So your Ronan looks great there next to Phallus on throne.
Thanks, brother. Thank you. I do
But
really like it.
yeah, it's a cool piece. A really cool piece.
Pose really good. Sculpt is really good. Love the sort of textured white. You can see like the bumpy white with the smooth sort of red. Really like that. Shading's
I
done
think,
really well, but the
yeah.
musculature is really on point. Really done well with the anatomy to build,
I
which I
think he's
really
like
like.
Wolverine's cousin or something. I swear it's his cousin or
He
some
let
shit.
he let this guy raise his son.
Yeah.
So they're like
What, that
I think,
Dakin guy?
huh?
What is it,
Who?
Dakin?
Dracket. Yeah, I think so. One of his sons. He's named
Oh,
after
really?
him.
Didn't
It's
turn out
named
very well,
after.
did he? He's
His
just
son is
bad.
named after him. His real name is named after him.
Oh, okay.
My favourite part of this piece actually is the back. Like one of my favourite parts of the sculpt. I just love. Look at the musculature
It's
there
the
on the maple
buttocks.
leaf.
I do like that way, the separation, because when you see him from the front, when you see him like from the front, you don't see it as much because of the cross, but it's obviously
Yeah, but
there.
I mean that is a
And then
criticism
when
that somebody actually a big fan of this character had. Is like
you
I
can see
wish
the
that the,
maple.
the the leaf
Yeah,
was more visible from the front. But
yeah,
the pose
yeah.
is just so powerful. Like so, like I mean, I like this
What would you
pose a
do
lot.
then? You would have like a point, like him pointing out with the hand, and that way you would have it really on show, wouldn't you?
I guess so. I guess just pulling his hands away,
Or
his
unless you have
left
like a
hand
god,
away from his body.
like a god
You know,
pose or something,
but I mean the crossed arm pose is fucking cool, man.
But
Great
that's what you say.
shading.
So then when you get the back, you really see the split there because it's like the smooth, the raised, and then you got
Yeah,
like the kind of edging as well. See that there when
yeah.
he comes round. Yeah,
That's Canadia's arse right there, bro.
yeah.
That's Canada's arse.
Canadians. You say Canadian.
Canadians.
Yeah.
Canadians. Yeah,
Looks
but
like
I
there's
think
a
you
bit
can
of a
see,
smudge in here.
huh?
Looks like there's a bit of a smudge in there. I don't know if it's just a photo, but
Can't tell. Not sure.
just the bottom of the maple. But no, it is really cool. Really cool.
Was it?
One of your critiques as well is the seam line on the head. where it
Well,
because
yeah,
it's
because
not.
when you go, there's a couple of pictures of the portrait. I think when you get to they did they sculpted the under side of the boots, which I thought was a
I like
nice
when they
touch.
do that. I like that.
I
I like
do as
that.
well. Small
I
thing,
think
but
it's
it
a
goes
really
a long
nice
way.
touch. Oh, it's fucking riding right up his ass crack, isn't it?
Yeah,
If he was a woman, man, he'd get a yeast infection with wearing that. But yeah, it's just seen like that. Like, but I
it's
guess
just
as well,
because the head is
the
worse.
other argument though is that that's a mask.
Yeah,
So
but it's
unless
not.
it's a mask where, or is
It's
it a
more the
hood?
back. It's more. I don't know, but it's more the back of it. I just find that good textures and stuff. But yeah, I find that you can
Do you think
you
it's
know
too much?
no, I like it. I
Because
like it
there are
personally.
people who say
People
that
would
about
want it.
the
There are people that would prefer it smooth,
yeah.
but
Because
I
I can
like it.
imagine people saying it's like that's too much because it's almost like a basketball. It's like,
I quite like
and they
that.
said that about the Spider-Man, which I actually said I don't have an issue with that because I like that contrast.
I like to have texture elements in
Yeah, yeah,
smooth and mix them together. So
yeah,
you can
yeah.
see
We've got
there,
the
that's
Cyclops.
my issue.
Can't really see
I
it
love
from that
that.
picture, more blurry.
Yeah, but that's on purpose because it's meant to be looking at Cyclops, obviously the leader of the X-Men. So it's like his equivalent.
Okay, I was trying to see if there's another
But
picture.
the little seam that sort of goes around the back of his head, there's just if you've not got an alternative head, that shouldn't really be visible to me, as visible
Yeah,
as it is. But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, if you are like an X-Men like collector and you like, the different facets of the X-Men sort of franchise, that's the way to fucking go. This is a
yeah,
really
for
good
sure.
piece for like an X-Men collector to get in because there's never gonna, part of the reason I got this was because there'll never be another one.
There'll never be another one. The
They'll
same guy
never you'll
actually
never
did.
find another one of these.
The same guy did Puck as well.
He's doing Puck, yeah.
Oh, he's doing it. Oh, I've
I
seen
don't think
pictures of
it's
it.
out
But
yet. I
I
think
don't know. I just
they're waiting on it, but I just don't think there'll be another one of these.
you got a new
I got,
comic.
I got, yeah, I got the comic in for him. He's looking good.
Yeah,
He's set up in his nice little house. Got a card as well.
yeah, that's yeah, yeah.
That's a
What are
bit
you
of
gonna
me.
do then? Because with CGC, what are you gonna do?
No,
Because
no, that's
obviously,
just that. No, that's just for the display.
yeah.
I like that. I like them royal
Uh,
covers.
that was just that they announced that Constantine 2's coming. I don't again. I think it's one of those things about with comics, movies, anything like that. If you don't really know a lot about the lure, you can't really be that disappointed sometimes. So with Constantine, I know he got a lot of flack from the fans saying that Keanu Reeves was terrible and it's a terrible film, and it's nothing to do with Constantine. But I liked it. I actually really liked it, and I'm quite excited about Constantine too.
I
To be
love
honest with
that. I
you,
love Constantine. So yeah,
yeah. But I never read Hellblazer, so
neither have I.
so I don't know. Um, this then, oh, we skipped. Did we skip something? Oh no, we didn't. This then is the Infinity Studios. So they've got the life-size
It's
bust.
cool.
Yeah. So this is coming along. This is going to be absolutely ridiculously massive, especially with the sword like that. It's so big, just so big, but it looks so cool, doesn't it? Does look cool, and I do recommend.
You don't want
I
that in
do
your house,
reckon.
though. You don't want that in your house.
Why?
At night, you come down, you can sit, go in your room, and that's fucking in there. That's no good.
Yeah.
That's fucking no good at
Yeah.
all. That ain't lasting 2 days in my house. Pick the baby up at like, I don't know, 5 o'clock in the morning or something. He's a bit restless. Calm down. I'm like
Obviously.
fucking starting making the bottles. I'm starting doing all this stuff. Now I've changed his fucking bum and I've got him over my shoulder. I walk into the room and that fucking thing standing in the fucking corner. Somebody's getting thrown at it and I'm screaming. It's like
The baby for the baby. Oh god, yeah.
fucking no good.
There's and also I reckon a lot of countries, you're gonna have problems getting that in there because of the sword.
It depends how
Malaysia
they
and
make it.
yeah, Malaysia for sure.
I think if they're
Really
making it
hard.
metal, definitely.
Singapore, yeah, yeah.
I don't see how they can because it's going to be too heavy.
Congratulations, Nick. He got engaged, didn't he? So just had his engagement dinner with the parents. Congratulations
Nice,
there.
man. Congrats, bro.
Congrats. So yeah, laughing away. So yeah, this piece looks really cool. I haven't got a clue of the price, but I've seen their Batman life-size bust, which is amazing. They're
Is it
Henry
sword metal?
Cavill.
How do you know?
I don't know, but I would
Oh,
imagine so because
can't be. How's they holding it? Can't hold a metal
yeah,
sword
but
like that.
no, but the other side is if it's not metal, then what? It's gonna if it's plastic, it's gonna be cheap as fucking warp, and if there's anything else, it's
It's
gonna
going to
break.
droop
So
like
it
a
needs,
floppy cock.
yeah, it's gonna droop like my cock on a Wednesday night after a kebab. Yeah. Anyway, so I reckon it has to be metal. I reckon it has to be.
I just don't know how them hands are holding up that weight if it's metal.
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't see how they're holding it. Just don't see it. Magnet's not holding up a metal sword. Not like that. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I don't know if this is licensed, but it's kind of gone in there as licensed
I don't know,
because
but
it's
I
got
liked it. I wanted to find out. I thought you might know.
because it's got the Capcom logo.
The only
I'm
thing is
assuming.
like Ryu's kind of been fucking fucked here.
Yeah,
He's a bit
well,
like,
he's looking at me in a weird
Ryu!
angle. It's like that. It's like I don't know what he's doing. He's like I'd stand in a weird angle, and you're kind of like, what? Are they on the same team? Is Bison sucker punching him, or
I think Bison's sucker punching him, man. He's
Yeah,
trying
I
to
don't
hit
know.
Bison with that, and it's kind of a bit wrong.
Yeah,
Unless I'm missing something.
I don't know, man.
From that
Yeah.
angle, it don't look so bad, but from the other one, it looked a bit like, I don't know.
Yeah, it just looks weird there.
Don't know if that works. I was
I
a bit
don't
when I
think that
saw it, I was
works
a bit
at
like, I
all.
just don't know if that works.
No, I don't think that pose works at all, really. Um,
It's funny, really, because all they needed to do was shift Bison round like about 10 degrees, and it would be perfect.
well, I mean, from looking at this base, are they two separate pieces? You could probably pose them different.
What would be the fucking point of that? What would they do on their own if they're separate?
Well, it would look better than them doing that. I don't know. It just looks a bit weird. The poses are weird. Yeah, not a fan of that. This then is the Fembok 1000 one, isn't
I
it?
don't like
So
this, you know.
yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. I'm not really a fan of
I don't
this.
like it. I mean, I think the portrait looks really good, but I don't like the
Yeah,
cape, the way it meets the cowl. I don't like his flabby sort of body. Body looks
yeah,
soft to me, and that symbol, the small symbol, you can change it to the big one, which is
you can
better. But
change it. Yeah,
the small one looks terrible.
I don't like the flow of the cape. I know it matches the cover, but I don't like it.
No, I think they've dropped the ball on this production wise. I don't think it looks great. I think
Mm,
I agree with Mike. I don't think this looks great at all. Love this picture though.
yeah, that looks cool, doesn't it? That is really cool. Queen Shoot, I don't know why these pictures have done this. Let me just try and do something. Not a fan of that.
Do something. Yeah, do something. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, do something. Something. Oh. I'm getting fucked tonight, mate. I'm bad. I'm tired.
We say you're going to get fucked.
I hope so.
Let's get out. This might be better. Yeah, there you go. We're in business. So you got to do with that app. Okay. Yeah. So here we go. Much better.
I like that body. Looks a bit shit. Around the shoulders.
Yeah, I don't think these pictures are great
Cape
anyway.
looks shit. Badly painted. It doesn't really look like a cape. Looks weird.
Real flash, like really bad flash on these pictures.
That's how it is.
Yeah, this flashes have been bleached to fuck with the flash.
Oh, that's all right then. Maybe it's not so bad. These photos don't look good at all.
No, I don't think these photos do it any justice in the slightest. That one, as you go, that one looks much better. But then again, you can't really see him because he's like
So far away.
Yeah, and he's looking down. You can't see the detail.
Also looks like he's getting bummed by the fucking chimney.
The chimney, yeah, he's sitting on it. God.
Cape's blown up in the end. It's like, ooh.
Not keen on this Batman piece at all. Batman stones up the doll's house. I hate those forced perspective. Someone said to me that in New York you get little lofts like that because of the heat and whatever. But I don't like it. What do you think of the Batman? Okay, we're on there now. Nick's got that coming in. So yeah, hopefully he'll tell
Need
us
to
it's
better do
better.
good pictures, man.
This then is the 4 life-size busts by Queen Studios, and this is a really cool detail. So you actually see there, where he does, when he gets the axe kind of forged, and he's standing in the I can't remember what it's called, but the Eye of the Sun or something. But that looks really cool. There's a little
Where
detail
he's
there.
grabbing either side of the thing,
Yeah, and he's
trying to
like
pull them
pulling it,
together.
and then yeah. I mean, that is ridiculous. I mean, I do not like realistic life size busts. I do not like it. I find it really, really creepy. And I saw the Tom Hiddleston life size bust, and I just find it weird. I just think it's like, you have like these things sitting there. I'm guilty. I have about 5 life size busts, but none of them are like proper faces.
People,
They're not like this realistic. I think it's too much. I think, but then the workmanship involved. I mean,
next
that
level.
looks like a picture of him. That literally looks like a picture of him. If that is the bust, it looks like
Yeah,
him.
it looks
Look at
good.
that. It's crazy.
Yeah, it looks real good.
Yeah, really cool. What's this one? Oh, this is Medusa for some reason. Where'd that come from? Don't know. I put that in there, but I can't remember why. Yeah, Medusa. And then, yeah, I thought there was 2 pictures for that. Oh, I didn't label it. Sorry. There is going to be another picture of it actually printed. This then is the sideshow Venom. There are other pictures of this, but this is the angle where some people are complaining about this. I don't like this head at all. I don't like this version of the head, and I don't really get the.
There's only one head, bro.
Goblin. Oh really?
There's
Oh
only one
God.
head. There's one head, and there's fucking seams all over this piece.
Yeah, that seems bad.
Seams
I assumed it's
everywhere.
switch outs, but I don't get the reference with the Green Goblin base,
No.
and then all the green shit all over the floor, and then
Well,
the green
it's
glow
worse
on the
because they've
legs.
done green shading all up it. It's really bad.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's based on art from somewhere, but I just don't. Unless it was meant to be like part of a diorama that they were going to do and they never got round to, or whatever it was meant to be. But
Also, that
I
that
think it's bad.
Spider-Man mask is really, really badly done as well. Like,
Yeah,
really badly done.
I don't know, man.
This looks like it's gone to one of the shit factories to me.
But it's also, do you know the way that the base, like here, I don't like the way it looks like, when you spill something and it kind of like, it does look like that, but I would prefer if it was a base to have a bit more substance to it, like, rather than being like that, like a bit more
You
of a
mean
base.
being actually on a base, like make
Yeah,
something underneath it and have the spill going onto it?
I just
Yeah, I
think
get
that
what you're
doing it
saying.
like that, it's just opening the opportunity of so much damage and chipping and
Chippage. That's a new word.
yeah.
Copyright that shit. Don't
Yeah,
give me any
but
chippage.
we haven't used nub yet.
I ain't seen a nub yet. When I see a nub, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
Look at that little corner. It's like a little nub.
Yeah, I said it on something on one of the reviews I edited the other day. It might have been I think it was the Vision one, and you start cheering. Base looks like one of those green crocodile Haribos.
It actually really does. That's a great shout.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't like that base. I just think it looks really bad. Yeah, like the green, like the Haribo, where it's got the foam part, and then you get the kind of gel, like
You get the white underneath, didn't you?
Yeah.
It does look exactly like that. That's a great fucking shout.
That's good. Yeah,
It's a fucking crocodile Haribo fucking base.
I don't think they got Haribo. Have they got Haribo in America?
I'm sure they do.
I don't think they do. But
base looks alright there. Not my thing with the underbite, but looks alright there.
I don't like that
That's
style.
That's not an issue.
Yeah, it's just more of a style thing, but I don't like it. These pictures aren't too great either. But this kind of seam thing here. But then you got like this seam here, and then the seam here. This trap is fucked. And then you got the seams here for the wispy bits. Wow, man!
Just like a big
Whoever
fucking.
worked, and then the seam around the arm. Whoever worked out these keys, man, needs to have their fucking life sorted out. Jesus.
They need to have their.
God
They need to
bless
get
the
their P
house.
fucking 45. They need sacking. There's
Yeah,
too
it's
many
bad.
seams on Venom. And look at
And
that.
then
Go
that
zoom in,
mask.
zoom close into them black lines that's meant to be on there. They haven't even filled them in. Look at them.
Yeah.
Look at that. They've not even filled in the Spider-Man lines. I couldn't be bothered. The sculpt, detailing, and grooves are there for you to just stick the paint in. They haven't bothered. And this is now also charging you all these high premium prices and fucking premium shipping, all this expense, and this is what you're getting. I've read somebody say on a post on one of the groups, I've got mine in, it's spotless, and it's these pictures. It's these pictures that he's done, and I was just like, oh shit, spotless. Look at that.
Wow.
Why have they
Yeah,
done that green
that's
right,
really
all
good.
up his leg? Why?
But the funny thing about
It's
it
too much.
is the carnage is amazing.
Carnage looks really good.
The carnage from the same set is really, really nice.
Carnage is a much better piece by a million miles.
Yeah.
His Venom is absolutely fucked. It's a horrible piece.
Shit.
It was a bad design to start with, but the execution of it, the way they've actually got it to people, it's bad. The keying, the gappage, the paint fucking style is a bad idea. And this up the leg, this unforgivable. This all up his fucking body. It's too much. That's not subtle at all. That's just you paint his leg green.
Yeah. Not a fan of the green colours. I get there's been sure reflections of the green goo, but still. The funny thing is I'm pretty sure if you had a gloss black paint on there, it would show the reflection of the green anyway, naturally. You wouldn't need to paint
this is a good point. But I mean, if you want to get past that and do a little bit, you could just.
Spider-Man was great too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but at least this has helped people because now you can all the people that were like, I'm not sure about Symbiote and Venom together. Now just get the Symbiote and leave this shit beside you because it's crap anyway.
Yeah, 100%. I'm sure the edition size is going to be fucking ludicrous. So.
And how does it get that one of the fucking companies that does one of the best Venoms in the comic now can't make Venom? I mean, they did the Gorilla Venom. It's fucking horrendous. And then now they've come up with this crap. It's horrible.
The one before is much better than this.
The Gorilla
is much better than this. Yeah.
Gorilla shit and all.
Yeah, but this is really shit.
I like the McFarlane head on the Gorilla though, on the exclusive.
Yeah,
it's a nice portrait. That
I think the Gorilla one. The problem was the texturing. He looked like a
but now XM have done it with their Venom. It's got similar textures. Too much. It's too much
in person. But yeah. The head. Yeah. Oh, you're here already. Jesus. Then these are so we've already gone through these parts. Again, check out the art station because there's a lot more kind of detail in there. But these are the three that are in hand at the moment. So there is war in the middle, death on the end, and then famine there. So yeah, and then you've got pestilence coming soon. So yeah, this is the famine one up close and. Really cool designs. He's on almost like a Tremors
worm from Beetlejuice, isn't it?
Yeah, or Tremors or Dune or whatever you want to call it.
More like Beetlejuice, man.
Yeah, but it does look cool.
Sandworms.
And they're all sandworms. They're all very similar. All of them are very similar. They've all got that weird mouth in the middle. All of them. But did you ever see Tremors?
Yeah.
I never saw it. I've never seen it. You know that.
Is it like Kevin Bacon?
Yeah. I never watched it.
It's pretty bad.
But it's one of those ones. It's probably when you watch it when you're 10 years old or 15 years old, it'll probably be quite good. But I'm just thinking.
I use references like this to scare the crap out of my son all the time.
What's that?
I just use these references like once he shows a little bit of fear of something. I use it to get what I want.
God.
Like I think I think I had a bright idea. I don't know how old it was. Maybe it was about 2, and I put on Labyrinth.
Oh
It was
yeah.
just on, and I put it on the start of it. You know, the start
Yeah.
of it is where she's cross with her
Takes a
brother, and
baby.
she puts him down, and she's like, "I'm going to say the words and all this." And then the
Yeah.
goblins, you know, the goblins are in like the
Goblin
cupboard. They
King.
go, "Ah," and they were like, "Wake up!" She's going to say the words, all this, right? And my George was just like literally covered his eyes, like, "Turn it off, turn it off," because obviously. And then and what I said, he says to me like, why were they? What was it? What were they going to do to that baby? What was going to happen?" And I said, "Oh no, the baby was bad because he took her toy and she was unhappy, so she called Goblin King to take him away." And I just basically went through the film of Labyrinth with him. And now, even to this day, and he's nearly 4, you know, I say to him, like, you know, you got to be careful because, you know, if you're the goblins, I first say that they'll take his toys. And then when they've taken all his
Yeah.
toys, then they're going to take him, turn him into a goblin if he's bad.
God.
And
The
I
funny
used to
sorry,
reference,
going back to
huh?
Tremors though. Sorry, the one of Sideshow's rarest and most expensive pieces to get on the second-hand market is the Tremors bust. There's a
Never
Tremors
seen it.
bust. Yeah, I've
Never
seen
seen
it, and it's really rare, really, really hard to get because when it came out, it was like
it. Mm.
it's a wall hanging bust,
Mm.
and I think when it came out, it was like $1,000, and this is like in 2005 or so, and people were just like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" But now I think it's like to get it, it's like 2-3 grand easy. Um, but it's really that's if you can find it, because the point about like Doctor Doom on Throne
That's not,
being
that's not
Sideshow's best
their
piece,
most expensive piece then.
hardest to get.
Hardest to get hold of, you mean?
Well, that's the point with Doctor Doom. It may be 3-4 grand or whatever it costs, or 2 grand or whatever it is, but you can probably go buy one tomorrow. With this,
Yeah.
you won't find one. With this, you won't find one until like it'll
I'm going to
take
look
you a
for
long
it now.
time. Go fucking do it.
All right, I'm going to look.
I need to watch Tremors. Apparently,
Nah, I don't watch it. It's shit.
it's holds up great. Apparently,
No, it does not.
isn't there about 6 of them or something?
I don't know. They're all shit.
And there was no
Watch 'em.
TV show. Late, but you're here. Welcome to the party.
Thanks, man.
Um,
Get him.
are you guys a fan of the new Fembok? We just went over that. You got Alzheimer's or something, or you just joined? All right, let's go through these. So yeah,
It's
DFM
hard really
there.
based on it's hard really based on the pictures of that Fabok because the pictures look really bad.
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah,
some of the pictures I've seen of Chris Michaels and Jem Mintz, and it still looks shit. So
yeah.
I'm
This
not
is
feeling it.
War.
He looks wicked.
Yeah, War looks really cool.
He's like riding one of them fucking wargs.
Oh yeah. From Hobbit,
Yeah.
kind of like a mute one of those. Yeah. I
Still,
think
I
it's
agree
too
that I think
old.
this should be 1/5.
Well, some people are saying they would like it 1/6 as well, but I think 1/5 would be better.
One
I think
fifth.
1/5 would have been a good size. But then again, I mean, these are going to be so detailed, and especially the angels as well. But the
Should be
problem is going to
1/5.
be is then you know the display that people will set aside for not known characters and IP may break it. You know, they may mean like, well, I need 30-inch wingspan for one of those angels. They may not do it because of that. You know,
I
that
think
may be
you'll
the
find that most people won't do it, Al. That's
yeah.
why there should be 1/5 set. I just fucking told you.
Well, that's what I'm justifying. I'm just
Yeah,
saying as
you don't
well.
need to justify it. It's sensible. You're bringing statues, and they're on fucking animals. They're on like monsters. They're massive pieces. You've made them quarter scale, and then don't belong to any license or anything. And you're asking people. You're going to ask people to give up what can only be described as maybe 100 centimeters, of fucking space to fit one of these in across.
Well, I mean, look how big the
You're not going to
Shogun
get
is.
it. They're going to go no. People are going to go no. I can't give that kind of space. Majority, it'll be a very low
Yeah.
run of these sort of
Well, I
things. If they
assume
did
I
one
assume
fifth,
the
they'd sell double.
I
If they
assume that
did
the
it for.
Death is going to be a similar size to the Shogun. So yeah, let's go through these quickly anyway. These were shown a few weeks ago. So these were like gallery opening, and there were some pieces
That's
there. So
awesome.
this is the Batman
Bone
Heavy
bike.
Metal. Yeah, Bone Bike
How
and
does that
whatever
work?
else going on. I don't know. I don't know the logistics of it. Just showing the pictures. And then this is the pieces that were shown. And the Batman versus event. Then you got the Batcave, which is coming soon. And this is actually within the display, which is set up to look like a Batcave, which is pretty cool.
Mm.
But yeah,
A
that's
bat
all the
cave within a
lights.
bat cave.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, loads of detailing in there. You can buy this all modular. It's going to be like you can buy just
Just
one
want that
part.
T
If you
Rex
want all the weapons,
for my
yeah,
son. Just want that.
you can buy all the weapons. You can buy all the outfits if you want. It'll be quite cool. You can buy all the vehicles. So you got all the stuff going there. Little Batman sitting in his, his chair. Cool. And then you got the back computer, and then the little corner there. Looks cool. Looks really cool. Look forward to seeing that in person. And then you got a couple of outfits in the corner. Batboat. And then Batmobile. You got a couple of weapons up like that. Really cool into different modules there and how they're going to sort of be available. Then you got the one. This is one we spoke about this the other week. So this is the 1 core scale, and then there is a 1/6 version of this as well. So
Jack.
it's up for pre-order. Oh yeah, yeah. Most Batman's Jack though, isn't he? Apart from Robert Pattinson, but yeah.
Still ain't seen that. Need to watch it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's that, and not too bad. And then that's the scaling on there. Oh no, so we didn't talk about this last week. Sorry. So we didn't get to this point. So this is after pre-order now. There's Batman Classic, so it's available in 1/4 and 1/6 scale. It's also displayed in the gallery. I'll switch out there with the Batarang. Grappling gun, and you got like grappling hook as well.
It's a bit similar to the like 1/6 one though, doesn't it?
Yeah, could be.
It's a bit similar.
Yeah, the pouches there, and then Superman next to him. It looks like almost those two pieces join up on the bases, no?
I think it's meant to look that way, and I'm guessing that a Wonder Woman will come in and a fucking other one, and they'll all be able to like be similar because that's how XM operate.
Yeah. Death Metal Batman. Sorry, we'll come back to that one. So the boned bike, and you got all these kind of like zombies in the base coming out. One there with a knife in his teeth. Then there with the boots, sort of goth metal boots on there. And the skull there, Man Bat skull. Really cool. Detailing on the bike and that. Its jacket opened. Cool design. Again, it's not the best pictures though to kind of judge a lot of it. The problem with the XM gallery is they've got so much harsh lighting. It's like
Yeah,
really white light, and then if you even look here, so all of this is white light, and then you look here, and they mix the white and
yellow.
the yellow, and when you do that, it really fucks up the photos, especially if you're using
Yeah, it does. You're right.
a camera phone can't handle those two differences. So
Yeah,
there's a problem with that.
yeah, you're
You
right.
might be able to get away if you come in with a proper camera, but that is something they probably should have thought about when they were doing the gallery. It's not just about display person. It's about the content that they're going to create and the content they're going to take away. And you've created an environment where you need to switch out these lights, which I'm sure they said they were doing. They said they were doing that in March, and they still haven't done it. So yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
need to do that.
Definitely, it's too harsh. It just don't work. It just fucks up all the pictures. All your pictures end up looking shit. You sell less pieces.
Yeah,
Bad scene there, the Devastator. But again, it's a prototype, so
yeah. I don't understand who he is. I still don't get it.
he's Doomsday, but he's like to do with the metal line. I don't know the story there.
Okay.
So there's a story. There's a couple of stories. So there's one of them where Bruce Wayne in alternate realities is a version of every character.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
Like
know whether
Dawnbreaker and
this.
all that business. Yeah.
So I don't know whether this is Bruce Wayne in that take, or I don't know whether it's just the metal line. I don't actually. I've not read it personally. Normally Nick will come in and tell me, but it's probably fallen asleep by now. How you doing? Cassius World Collections, what's up?
Yo.
Bruce injected himself with the Doomsday virus. Yeah, there you go. I thought it was Batman infected by Doomsday. Yeah, Mum. Classic Batman. Yeah.
Mum.
So, yeah. I don't know. This then is Drists from Dungeons and Dragons. So, yeah. I think I need to improve on that. But again, it's hard to tell from these pictures.
Yeah.
I don't like bitching about things too much when it's like bad pictures.
Yeah, you
But
got
a very
a point.
popular character. Very bad, very popular character though. This was really, really requested for the Dungeons and Dragons line. Apparently, it's STD Doomsday. It's called they call them STIs now, not STDs. And then back to there. I've already shown those. Then also you got the Harley, which I think we showed these the other week. So you got Harley, which is in the black and white version, and the red version, and then you got the Joker White Knight in the middle.
Right.
I think she looks more like Barbara.
Yes. Gordon.
Oh, Gordon. Yeah, yeah. So again, I don't know whether the story has something to do with that. It's Bruce Wayne infected himself with the Doomsday virus. Okay. What was the question? I was brushing my teeth like a good dentist, even though he's not a dentist. I like to call him a dentist because it pisses him off. Harley Quinn version A. There you go. There's the red version. Looks cool. Does look really cool.
Don't identify it. It's hard for me to.
I don't identify it either, but
come on.
You know, and then you got the black and white version. I thought it was a bit of a weird move though to make the version B, which is the grey one, 299, and the red version 299 edition size. Are both of them the same edition size? Rather weird. You'd want to have one that was more
sort of
exclusive or like a
like
rarity to it.
Yeah, 299.
Yeah. Like you'd have the red one because it's the main colour, and that's 299.
Yeah, I got you.
And you'd have the grey one as 200 or whatever it is. Yeah. Not a dentist. XM pictures ain't shit. After seeing some of the pieces in person, XM pictures ain't shit. After seeing some pieces in person, so okay. You mean R or hard?
Well, by that logic, XM pictures ain't shit. Do you mean like they ain't shit and they ain't good because you've seen the pieces in person and they're a lot better, or do you mean they're not shit pictures because you've seen the pieces and they actually do look crap? That's could be taken either way because it's the written word or the spoken word. Like you could be like, "You ain't shit, motherfucker."
No good. XM pictures are no good.
Yeah, they're no good.
Okay.
100%.
Well, these aren't XM. These were a couple of people who visited, so they've just taken the pictures there. Yeah. Fuck you, Vas. He means that the pictures aren't doing justice for the pieces. We were trying to justify, though, Aaron. We were trying to justify which way he was going with that. Can be read either way. Yeah, the grey one there. I prefer the grey one, to be honest with you, for some reason.
Don't like it.
But then I identify with the red one. Dude, you meant to tell me about this. I asked you a question about this.
Yeah, you got to send it. Send it to Mike.
You didn't reply to me.
I did. I said, send it to Mike. I said, I'll tell him.
No, you didn't. You didn't reply to me at all.
Just send it to Mike.
Send me his address.
You know it. Oh, okay.
Then this is the other head for the Riddler.
I really don't like this piece at all.
I think this reminds me of the mask for some reason.
Yeah, this head definitely does.
It reminds me of the mask. But then also,
it's just really camp. I know the character's camp, but this is like really camp.
I think the eyes should have been white on this.
Yeah, that'd have been
It
better.
would
Yeah,
have looked better to be white. It would have looked a bit more kind of ominous. I think it just looks a bit weird like this.
it's so fucking camp that. It's too
Yeah,
much.
but I think yeah.
He is everyone, every like literally every reference of like that I can think of with the Joker. He is the first
Riddler.
original like Adam West shit is well camp as fuck. The other,
Yeah,
Jim Carrey's portrayal. He is like so. He
yeah.
is. I completely get it. I get it.
I'm actually really surprised at like how camp the take is, considering it's in Singapore. Because in Singapore, they're well strict on that kind of thing. They're quite very anti that.
It just is
So
really like like that could be literally my brother-in-law's husband dressed up. Like the campest fucking guy I know. Like honestly, he'd dress up like that. He'd have his foot like that, his hands like that, exactly like that.
his little fan going, yeah.
His little fan going on. And, oh, it's all right.
His little scythe there as
Okay, man.
well, quite cool. Oh, he's got like quite a little weapons cupboard. That's quite cool.
Dildo. I mean, no.
I like the fox actually. I actually really like the fox. I think that's quite cool. I think that's done really well. Yeah, you got like a little scroll there that goes in the
Yeah.
back. There you go. Look, got a fan of Drist there. Bat Kid Voodoo. The Riddler needs to tell rethink garbage. It's closer to Riddler in the Batman. No, it's nothing like the one in Batman. The one in Batman, yeah. Yeah, and then because if you look here, he's
Like
got
the
kind of
mask
white
over the
eyes.
shoulder chop, but yeah, it should be
Yeah,
white.
yeah, but he's got
Definitely.
white eyes on there. So
Or maybe
I think we should.
they're like, when you put it over your face, they're like transparent.
Yeah, but then
I still think
I
they
don't
should be
know.
white. You can clearly see on that mask it looks better
Or
like that.
even like that with that purple hue over it, Or do you know like your negatives in Spider-Man? Yeah, with the kind of
Yes.
iridescence. Yeah. Fuck you. He's even got his little bell there as well. Look. He's playing that game. I can't remember what that's called. Is that Chinese checkers or something? I can't remember what that's called. That game there, the board. I love the symbolism in his pose and the base. You can totally see the question mark and gesture lines. Someone got overly thinking about this, and they were like, question marks weren't actually invented until 19. No one is like, oh fuck off, Jesus man! Someone's well overthinking this. You do know that like half of these characters like shoot fucking laser beams and like energy blasts. No one's ever been able to do that. So grow up. Yeah, those photos twice. This ends the store. Some of the pieces here. So you got the all the Batman store. Oh yeah, this is a tease then with the symbiote Spider-Man kind of coming through. It's got the bell, the base, which is sort of telling the story. And sorry, what were you saying?
It's too blue.
Yeah, I don't think it's been painted. The paint's not finished yet. It's just a tease. This is still kind of being painted. As you can see as well in the background, there's the Drowned in the background, which hasn't been shown yet either. So you see the Drowned. He's got like the Drowned, which is Bryce Wayne, which is the Aquaman take from that DC world where he becomes all of them. So yeah. But
Awesome.
yeah, he is too blue and he needs to be toned down quite a lot. But he's also
Or
his
maybe
fucking
they're
legs.
putting the under. Maybe they're putting it under, and then they go
Yeah.
over, and then just
But I
neat
do think
highlights of the blue coming through.
I think if you
Just
kind
seems,
of ignore that bell looks amazing. Look at the
yeah,
paint
it
on that
does.
bell.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Really, really cool.
That's the one
Also
where he's like ripping it off, isn't it? Al? He's like ripping it off.
Yeah, I mean they've changed the concept a few times. There is one where he's kind of like there was one originally where the art's kind of like he's like that ripping it.
Yeah, I like that.
But it's still like it's over his face.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of like another take they're going with this. They might be doing it like so it's more of a Spider-Man transformation thing. I think they were saying or something.
Okay.
So, but look, and also the angle as well, because his from this angle, his thighs look fucking massive.
Yeah, but that's just a picture. That's not.
Yeah, I think that's because that's where the camera's faced.
It's,
But if you look on the
okay.
background, if you look at like the drowned, look at this big, massive fucking fish thing go around there. Look, that's going to be cool. That's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that. Then you got the Thing, and just as a comparison of the Thing with Super Scroll, I hate the
I
Thing
like
as a
that effect in
character.
his skin though.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
I'm more with that.
The Thing is my least favorite superhero of all time. I just can't. I don't know. He just really irritates me. You know, apparently in the new film, Seth Rogen's going to be the Thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Gonna have to use a lot of
that's
fucking CGI then.
well, it's going to be totally CGI, just his
Yeah.
voice, which is like not what the character's like. It's just so like, oh my god.
Well, like a
Anyway,
fucking stoner, stoner thing.
yeah, yeah. God, I thought the guy did a good job in the actual Fantastic Four, didn't he?
He did do a good
The
job, yeah.
guy who was in was quite good. The film, when you watch it back, it's not that bad.
No, it's
Like
not bad.
the problem we have is we are ridiculously spoiled now. We are
Yeah.
in a time where we are so spoiled that if a lot of these films came out 20 years ago, we'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe we're actually
There's
getting
just
this
too many
movie.
things coming
But
out.
now, yeah, I know, now we're just like, oh, another one? You know, another one? Oh, really? Oh, God. So I think we are really spoiled. And I think when we look back over those, they're not that bad. But when you look back over that other one, it's so bad.
Come on.
The one that
5 more
came out
minutes. I'm
afterwards
going
is
up.
really
We're
bad.
2 hours in.
So then you got, yeah, the Thing still, Fantastic Four logo.
I like it. It looks
Uh,
cool.
yeah,
Not a fan of the character at all, but it looks alright.
the Venom. These are really bad pictures again. So you got the kind of angel there on the base, cherubs. I don't know what this is relating to the artwork. This is by the Coherent brothers. I don't know if there's a cover or because I know originally they were trying to make it to go with the Carnage, I think, or the Absolute Carnage, or I think. Oh no, maybe that was the Venomized Hulk. Sorry, I'm talking
I
rubbish.
can't remember.
But and also there was meant to be originally there's meant to be like two busts where you know you get a switch up bust and it had like a real kind of madness look to one of them. But I think
Oh
they
yeah.
kind of went away from that just because of costings. Yeah, yeah. But I do think this transformation head. This isn't the best picture of it, but I do think the transformation head is actually done really well. When we saw, I think there's one with someone with it in their hand, and it actually did look like a really good picture. So yeah, there.
It's very cool. You
Yeah,
just see it about to just close over his face, isn't it?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
that's what happens as it comes over it. That's how it does. Then the teeth sort of come over and then sort of cross over like that.
yeah. I think this is probably one of my favorite transformation heads. I think
It's
I've done
very
a
good.
really good
I
thing there.
just
But
don't
it's
like
just
that stupid massive wisp thing at the back. It's just completely
it's
unnecessary.
unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It's going to take up
Lose that.
unnecessary space, unnecessary
Do
like
shit like that.
depth.
I don't understand why they do it. It just like get rid of that. There's no
Yeah,
need for that. You just
it's
added
massive.
about like fucking
Shit.
10 inches to the depth of this piece. It's just why.
But it's the same with the bust.
The bust, yeah.
The bust. There's one of them which you could take off, and
Thank
if you
God.
take it off, it fits in the detolf, right? And it's on the back. But this piece is about that big. It's like
I
massive,
know.
and it's just like unnecessary because it doesn't really add much to it other than making it a display nightmare. And that was the
Yeah.
problem with it. I think I left it in a box, but that rhino is big, so that venom's
Yeah.
huge.
But it's
Damn.
further away. It's not in line.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's not get too excited.
We do have a video of this up online, and it is better. Sort of quality. Some of the pictures aren't too great. I think some of these you need to see in person. It's so hard with again with these lighting.
Well, it's not comparable versus the sideshow one that's just come out.
It had a different head there as well. Look. So you've got transformation heads, and then you got that head there. Which, again, it's
Yeah,
like
that's
taken
new.
from far back. This is actually in the office. So this is one where they've taken it and just put it out. This is then within the gallery, what someone else has taken.
Yeah,
So
I
they
got
need to
you.
take better pictures of all the heads. And then look all those little bits. Look, I'm assuming
Yeah.
then, see the way that these are, they're rock.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming you could take all these wisps off and plug them with rocks. That's what that looks like.
Hope so.
Yeah, it looks like
Looks
that.
better,
It looks like
much
it's going to
better
be more
like that than
simplistic.
it does in the other picture.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but look how many of these are like plugs. It's just like rocks. They're just rock
Yeah,
plugs.
yeah,
You
they
pull all
definitely
these
are.
out and plug them up. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's how you want it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Now the next one was just a repaint, but yeah.
Sure, if you want it. It's Michael's, isn't it?
Sorry,
Whose is it?
I don't know. It's the guy from.
Evan, isn't it? Evan?
No, I don't
Yeah.
think it is. I don't think it is.
The Symbiote
No, it's different.
Spider-Man one.
Yeah, but no, it's a different one. It's a different
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah. So another chat done there.
Oh, good.
The portraits are amazing, but disappointed with the overall statue. It's all about Venom. There's a lot of base. Is there a new Daredevil coming? I'm sure there will be at some point. Alex's favorite character, the Brick, the amazing Bogman. They had Samurai Catwoman with a motorbike, so just make a Riddler more modern. I've spoken to the XM guys when I was there last, and I saw the whole Samurai line in front of me, and I said to them, the Catwoman is the only one that doesn't fit at all. Really does not fit at all. I know they had all these plans to do these like regions. So it was like Neo Tokyo, Samurai region, and like I think I meant to have it like that. But the
Yes.
Samurai side was so popular, they stuck with that. So it just doesn't really make sense
Yeah.
at all.
Good point.
Yeah. I asked them, they confirmed they are rock plugs. Oh, good. Good.
That's what we want.
The portraits are amazing. Oh, sorry, not that one. Cheers, chaps. Cheers, Stucker. Hope all is well. Superman Kenny, please know Catwoman on Bike is my least favourite. Harley Quinn is my second worst. I like Harley Quinn in person, actually. She's not my second worst at all. Made it till the end.
With the little
Yeah.
bike on.
Yeah.
With the bike and the thing over her sort of
Cheers,
shoulders.
lads. Yeah. Do you
You're
know what it
good,
is
Sarah.
over her shoulder? It's one of the big hammers.
Yeah.
And but
Like
it's one of those. No, but it's like it's her hammer, but then it's actually one of those games. Do you know where you have a ball on a string and a cup, and you go like that, and you got the
Yeah.
ball on the top. It's one of them,
Ah.
but it's made like a hammer. What's your second worst samurai line? Second one. I think Catwoman is probably my least favorite. Catwoman is the only one, one of the only ones I've owned. I need to remember them off the top of my head which ones are there, but
I can admire the work and stuff, but I don't like the Penguin or the Riddler. I don't like them. I would never own them. I like the Samurai line a lot, but I don't like them. There's something about that. I mean, I know he's meant to be whatever, and the Riddler's meant to be whatever, but for me, the overly camp thing it's just too much for me.
I don't know about second worst, really. I mean, like the Batgirl is all right, but she's very similar to the Nightwing. I don't like Red Hood that much, to be honest with you, but he's not
Red
that
Hood,
bad.
dickhead. He's wicked. That piece. It's one of the best ones.
I don't really like. I don't really like the Joker, to be honest. But
yeah, that's it. That's a good shout. I don't
but
like that.
he is really cool with all the demons, like the snake thing going around him. But I don't like him. And
I don't think they got the
Poison
portraits
Ivy's
right.
nice. Poison Ivy's nice. Harley, I like Harley.
Yeah, Harley's nice. Poison Ivy's nice.
I'm going to get off here and go, fuck. Straight away, fuck. Hello. Thanks, back in Voodoo. Keep trucking.
God bless you, man. Night, man. Good night. God bless. Take care. Farewell.
Just noticed the Absolute Carnage. Yeah, we're going to do a video of him at some point. Get you over. Get that sorted. We need an old Western themed line, either Marvel or DC could totally do it. Marvel aren't very good with doing that. DC are more susceptible for it. Marvel aren't up for it, you know. They're not likely to have their,
Yeah, they don't like
especially
people
now
fucking with
that.
their product. That's why. They're rigid.
And again, sorry, you cut off there. Well, I cut off.
I said they don't like people fucking with their project, their stuff. They like it as it's meant to be. No.
My earpiece has gone fucked anyway. But again, I can't hear George. But now,
Hello.
yeah, there you go. You're back. That's what happens if you these are running.
Marvel don't like fucking with people fucking with their product, do they?
Well, the funny thing is, like, what I think would have been a fantastic line is, you know, there was a statue line that many collected, which was the Disney characters as Star Wars characters, and I think it was like really fucking cool. But it was before kind of all of it, you know, went on and whatever else.
Yeah,
I think it was even before they owned Star Wars, so it was like a weird thing. But then, as soon as they kind of picked it up, they don't like crossing their IP. And I think if they did like a line of those statues with the Disney characters as X-Men, I was like, that would fucking be so good. Be so good.
Yeah, but the problem is you know what I mean. You don't take sand to the beach, lad, and that's the reason they don't want that. Is at the end of the day, you can get money from selling, you know, one to one and the other to the other.
Of course.
So it's like, why put them together? You just cut you basically half your profit margin.
Do you know what changes were made to the X-Men Magneto? They just changed it because the body was leaning quite a bit, and I think they added like 10% or something to the head size because he had a little pea head. But other than that, I don't think they changed too much about it. The Sinister is going to be House of X Sinister, and he'll come with a classic portrait, but also the sort of kind of like
bearded
he's
one.
got like your sideburns of the beard. Yeah. Disney messes with the Marvel product all the time. Yeah, for sure. Disney owns it all now. They can do what the fuck they want. All right, I'm going to let George go now. Otherwise, he's going to complain and bitch to me that I keep him up too late and he hasn't got his beauty sleep. All right, do the usual, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And
Time we got to get
make sure. Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I can work from bed until like most of the day. Until the dog needs to go for a walk. Yeah.
Exactly.
Actually, let me check my calendar. Do I have any meetings tomorrow? Let me check.
No, this day's wide open.
Let me check my long range calendar. Let me check my long range calendar. I'm QA testing tomorrow, but I'm playing a game tomorrow, so I'm doing QA on a game. I can do that whenever I like, really.
Yes. So there you go. There you are. I'll text you when I'm up. All right.
Yeah, text me. Text me. I won't answer or respond. Or
there you are. Anyway, God bless all. See you later.
Adios.